So, been out in the void for getting close to a month now. Somewhere around there. Haven't seen a station in a hot minute. Hot minute. We are... Where are we right now? Right here. On our way to this section of neutron stars and protostars. Gonna give them the good old college try. Good old college scan. I was initially on my way out to this. Oops. That's... Oh my goodness. This in particular I don't want to go through my There it is. This one right here. This is a black hole. It's the first black hole I ever discovered. Because I was initially on my way out to Colonia just for shits and gigs. You know, just going out. You know, I've ventured down to the Witch Head Nebula. You know, there's a station down there, believe it or not, a Xeno research station. I just happened to discover out of, you know, sheer luck. And then I was like, well, you know, maybe we'll go somewhere else. And I started looking around, and so I decided to, you know, make my way up this way. Started looking for non-sequence stars, you know, black holes and neutron stars. And I discovered there's a whole another class of non-sequence stars called protostars, and I didn't realize that until I really started digging through the filters in the galactic map, and I came across, you know, the star class proton stars. So I started digging through those. There's a bunch. The vast majority of these here, right here in this line, are proton stars. There's a handful of neutrons as well, but the vast majority of these are proton stars, and I have yet to scan a single proton star. Part of my issue is when I first really ventured out in the void, you know, I've been using the Diamondback Explorer for a while now. It's a great ship, great all-around multi-purpose vessel, and it's pretty good. But the way I have it set up right now is as a multi-class vessel. I could have saved a lot of weight, a lot of effort in getting out as far as I have, had I just dropped all my weapons, dropped all the extra shit that I didn't need, and yeah, I'd be getting, you know, a whole lot more than, you know, 26 light year jump range, and I engineered the ship right and gone with the increased jump range versus the all-around type where, you know, I get increased integrity and, you know, the slight jump range capability and, you know, the heat efficiency. I could be pushing 40 light years right now had I had done that and gone with lightweight components. Especially since, you know, I'm pushing real hard for You know, the big jump stuff. But I've got the modules, you know. I've got the fucking advanced scanner and, you know, detailed surface scanner and shit like that, you know. But I'm also going for planets that are only worth my time. And I usually skip over most high metal content worlds for water worlds and Earth-likes, and I've only come across a handful of Earth-likes. But I've been coming across quite a few water worlds in my my adventures out in the void. So you can see my I've come pretty close. You know, I've got more or less everything shut off. Short of my sensors, my thrusters, sensors, power distributor, frame shift, life support. You know, all the shit that I can shut off and save power for. And I've kind of, you know, more or less got everything, you know. But still, I've gotten way too close, way too many times, and my fucking cockpit canopy is in dire straits. And I did not. And I thought about it. I totally gave serious thought about it, to fucking dropping a bunch of shit and slapping an AFM on here. And I was like, oh no, I won't need it. I'm not going to be out there in the void for that long. I've been out here for like almost a month. Should have bought one. Should have fucking bought one. I probably should have fucking bought a heat sink as well, because that would have saved my ass some of this issue. But no. Hindsight's 2020. If you're going to go out in the void, get an AFM. Get you a fucking mining laser. And fucking collect the shit that you need in order to refuel your AFM. Because you're going to fucking need it. You're going to make some fucking risky ass jumps into like some fucking trinary and quadray fucking systems. And you're going to come real close to fucking dying. I mean, hell, I've come across a handful of neutron stars. You know, that's one of the reasons I'm out here looking for this shit. And fucking, it's just, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. Not only are you need it, you're gonna want it. And if you don't have it, you're gonna wish you did. So, you know, fucking get one. Ah, shit. I've been talking too much. That's right. I was in the process of checking this thing out. Let's hit the brakes and give her a scan. See if she's worth it. Hey! Just a glass. Just a gas giant. You have any life on you? Let's see. No. Nothing. Waste of time. Let's get back on track. Alright. Also, oh, that's another thing. The star field out here is just insane. You know, like when I was heading towards Colonia, you know, it was some pretty crazy shit, but this is ridiculous. I'm heading towards the center now. When I was heading towards Colonia, you know, it was just wasn't quite this nice. At least the direction I was heading. The route that the system plotter had plotted for me wasn't quite this pretty. But we're gonna go ahead and head in this direction. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Let the game keep playing, but I've been drinking a few beers, and the beers are hitting me. Going to use the little boy's room real fast. I'll be right back. Oh. All right. That's better. That's better. All right. All right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's do it to it. Sorry about the occasional, sound. That is me ripping my vape. I am in the process of quitting smoking. My fiance and I made the decision to quit together as of this past New Year's. So we've been working on that. I'm sorry if that comes across as loud or obnoxious sound. Let's see what time is it. Oh, I'm gonna have to go pick up my child in about a half an hour. Well, hour and a half. I am currently on temporary disability due to an injury that I caused to myself. Actually currently living in the house that I grew up in, and it's a decent sized house on a big ass plot of land in the south end of the city that I was born in. And having an acre and a half of land in the city that I live in, where I live, is a major statement. And my fiance and I have been talking about it because my mother offered to me, if I wanted to buy the house. And once I buy the house, I can do with it what I want. And we've been talking about bulldozing the house and rebuilding on the same property, because the reason my parents bought the property in the first place is because the property itself is more or less a fucking park. It's an acre and a half. It's on a hill. It's a bit of a detractor, but it's fairly wooded, at least the back. Two-thirds of the property is wooded. There's big giant pine trees. When I was a kid, there were three giant hackberry trees. Now there are one of them fell when I was in high school. That took about 3 straight weeks to clean up. It was a big ass tree. It almost hit the house. We had a righteous storm about 2 or 3 years ago, and that caused one half of my favorite hackberry to come down, because this is one tree, but the tree is split at the base, so it's more or less 2 trees that are fused at the base, and the right side of the tree broke off about 20 feet up, and we're still cleaning that out. It's been a long time coming, and the other one's still there, and there's another hackberry right behind it that's even bigger, but that one's in good shape. It's got some vines on it, but we've cleaned all the vines off of it, so that the tree's recovered pretty well. And there was another one to the left side. I'm sorry, 4 trees. There's another one to the left side that actually fell entirely and smashed the dog pen and caused a lot of damage by itself. So that one's still in the process of getting cleaned up. But it's a big yard. It's a beautiful yard. But you know, I'm 27. My fiance just turned 25. You know, she's got a 6-year-old daughter, soon to be my daughter. Wonderful person. You know, growing kid. So we've got that going. So I just, right now, since I'm on temporary disability from the injury that I caused myself from trying to clean up the yard, this is how I've been able to allow myself this much time to play this game. And the crazy thing about this game is, it's like, I'd wanted to play it for a long time. Like, I was gonna do, you know, PC Master Race build and play it on PC. But then, you know, they came out and they ported it for PlayStation. And so I was like, no, I'll just do that. Instead of, you know, building a rig. So, it saved me a lot of money, a lot of time and effort. And I love this game. It's dope. Like, one of the reasons I bought a PlayStation was so I could play No Man's Sky. And I played the shit out of No Man's Sky. And I haven't really touched it. I've played it, you know, a handful of times since I've had this game. But, I mean, just a handful. So, this game is way more interesting. It's so much more in depth. It's, you know, it's a factual game. You know, No Man's Sky is entirely hypothetical. And this game is built on real world physics. Might check him out. I'll just check you out. You seem like you might be worth a scan. But yeah. Now this game is right up my alley. You can ask my fiance. You can ask anybody that knows me. Space is in my blood. My mother worked on the purification systems for ISS right now. Main stage separation for the SLS program. It's space is in my blood, man. Space is in my blood. It has always been there. I don't know how to get rid of it. My mother hates it. Which is funny, because she's been working in space, you know, since she graduated from college. And she is a devout Christian. And, you know, if I were to, like, do an interview with my mother, you know, she thinks humanity was meant to be born, live its life, and die on this planet. And I will fight her tooth and nail over that argument. So it's just, I don't know. It's a fucking shit show. I'll get the hell out of here. All right, let's get past the exclusion zone here, fuckers. Yeah. I've been wanting to do this live broadcast thing for a while. I've yet to do it. So, you know, I figured I'd probably do it because my fiance and I were about to start a set of YouTube channels. And I'll let you guys know about them. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from a couple of the PC players and a couple of the guys that do cross-platform stuff. I'll give a shout out, you know, Ghost Giraffe, my favorite fucking favorite streamers. He's, you know, PC based. Obsidian Ant. He does PC and PS4. So major shout out to you guys. Shout out to Minnie. Every single one of you guys, they're entertaining as hell. They're informative as hell. I really appreciate it. Y'all make playing this game a whole lot more fun than I had initially started it, because I heard the game was super grindy, and I am no stranger to the grind. I am no stranger to the grind. I've done the grind. I've played grindy ass games. No Man's Sky, there's a major grind aspect to that game. But I am a former WoW player. My brother, one of his friends and one of my friends as well, managed to get him back into it, to the point where my brother built a rig for the game, and for that game specifically. And I am no stranger. I am no stranger to the grind. The grind is part of it. I've heard the phrase, the grind is in the mind, and the grind is in the mind. Because one of the reasons I bought this game was for the sheer scale. The sheer scale of the game. And the fact that one of the things I've always wanted to do, ever since I was a child, was explore. And now that I have the chance to at least virtually explore a procedurally generated universe, let me rephrase that. Galaxy, our galaxy. And a lot of the stars are more or less positioned where they're supposed to be. So, that drew me in even more. So this is what I like to do. This is the kind of shit I like to play. And I'm a big race fan, and my fiance hates it when I play Gran Turismo. She just goes, it's just like she hates it. She doesn't mind watching me play Titanfall when I do play it, and she hates watching me play this game because it's just like, and then she hates it. But I love it. I love the gong. Oh, I love the gong of the Discovery Scanner. One of my favorite sounds. Nope. Nothing here. Another jump. Maybe two. I'll have to fucking scoop. Yeah, exploration. It's the thing I've always loved. The thing I've always loved about space. There's so much to see. There's so much to look for. And right now, I will not lie, I'm grinding. I'm grinding so I can get the funds to get my Anaconda. Because that's what I'm after. I'm after fucking max. I know you guys know about the Star Chaser. I know you guys know about the Star Chaser. Hold on. I'm not about that ultra ridiculous fucking 70 some odd light year range. I'm not about to be, just chasing the fucking neutron highway. I'm looking for a solid jump range. To where I don't have to do that. Because I'm trying to explore. I'm not just trying to ride the neutron highway. Alright. Coming in, coming in, coming in. Hit the brakes. Let's bring that. Let's see. Let's bring that. Yep. Fuel scoop. Let's bring that thing back. Let's bring that thing back online. Alright, let's bring it in just a little bit more. Yeah, I'm really not a whole lot of happy about this build. I could have done better had I thought about it before I ventured out. Halfway want to turn around and head back to the Bowl, or at least the nearest station, and at least put some modules in storage. That way I can, you know, lighten my vessel up and, you know, increase my jump range. But, you know, it's whatever. Alright, let's not get too close. I've already gone from 100% to 90% hull out of my own stupidity. Watching YouTube videos and sitting on Facebook and shit in the middle of a fucking jump, and then jumping out and you're heading straight to the star and not realizing it. It's my own issue. But once we max out the fuel scoop here in just a minute, if I don't overshoot and overheat at the same point, I'll pull up my map and I'll show y'all where I'm heading. Let's see. Alright, almost there. Come on. Come on. Alright. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Alright. Bring her to 30 kilometers a second. Hang out. Hang out for a little bit. Let's see. Nope. Some. Come on. Oh, this is so hard on console. Anyways, this is where I'm heading. This is a neutron star. I have a boatload. This is my first neutron star in this general direction. All the rest of those are neutron stars over there. That's a black hole that's standalone right there. Those guys over there on the right hand side, those are all black holes. But all the rest of these, the vast majority of them, are all protostars and neutron stars. And that big cluster right there, those are all protostars, and that's where I'm heading right now. So I'm gonna get a fucking boatload
Fuel scooping complete.
of protostar scans, and then I will probably head back to the bubble, and hopefully by that point I'll probably have I don't know, 50, 60 light years of fucking nav data. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. There's a fucking immense amount of protostars in this area. I quit mapping them because there's so many. So I figured I'd just map them in a line, because if I really wanted to... Here, let's do this. Let's kill all of these and just go to non-sequence. And let's just kind of zoom in. Ah, damn it. Oh, there's a mega glare on my TV. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. I don't want non-sequence. Yeah, I do want non-sequence, but I also want protostars. So, you see all these that I don't have mapped? There is a fuck ton of protostars that I have yet to map. A metric fuck ton. And this is just, you know, cruising around. Zoom in a little bit more and get there's a whole bunch in this one area. Fuck ton of protostars. Those are all just the ones that I've mapped. There's a bunch of them. Some of these are also neutrons. But, you know, if I want to, like, actually map, you know, a plottable course, I need all of the fucking fuel types, you know, all the scoopable star types that I need in order to fucking get there. So, if I want to get there, I need them. And the vast majority of stars that I've come across, and from what I've read, the vast majority of the stars in our galaxy are red dwarfs. They seem to be the most common type of star. And they're all fuel scoopable. There's also a lot of F-type stars and K-types. So, you know, M's are primarily red dwarfs, if not entirely red dwarfs. K-types are yellow, orange, like our sun. F's are more or less white. Some of them are there's a couple of variations. And G-type stars, which are very similar to our own sun. But the primary star type, if we zoom in, are M-type stars. There's a few A-types, a couple of B-types and D-types, but the vast majority are M-type stars. So, red dwarfs. And I started playing this game with no fucking idea what I was doing. And I've learned all of this just by playing. Well, I also have I like to think I have a fair amount of knowledge about space. So I understood, you know, the different types of stars. I just didn't know how to find them in the game because I didn't know how the game operated and how the game differentiated in between the game. Differentiated between the star types. until I did a little bit of research, and then I figured out if I wanted to figure out the different types of fuelable stars, all I had to do was just continue to scroll through the list, which for some reason I didn't figure that shit out on my own, which is shitty. That was my own fault.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hit the system. Oh, let's check that out. 18 objects. Let's see if there's anything worth exploring. Nope. Let's keep going.
Frameshift drive charging.
Look at the star field. That's insane. If only we had that kind of view. If only we had that kind of view from Earth. That'd be cool. So speaking about Earth, I remember one of the first nebula that I ever decided to head to was Orion. It took me a long time just looking to try and find it, because apparently, since I have more or less every single one of the filters turned on, I had to do a lot of searching. But I figured it was towards Barnard's Loop. Excuse me. And I eventually found it. But I did my best to look around, find the most well-known nebula, the Witch Head, the Horse Head, the Eagle Nebula, the whole 9 yards, like all the big ones. Everybody knows, like, the fucking Pillars of Life, that iconic photo from NASA. That's in the Eagle Nebula. That shit is insane. That is by far one of my most favorite images I've ever seen in my entire life. Is the Pillars of Life. And that was one of the things I was trying to find. No, nothing worth looking. And I just, it's currently locked. It's currently locked. Barnard's Loop is locked. Orion is locked. There is a way to get around those and to get into the Witch Head Nebula, which is really cool. It took me a little while. It took me about 2 hours to find a way into it. But I found a way in. And there's a really cool little surprise in the Witch Head Nebula. It's like the only populated system in the Witch Head Nebula. And I can post the system for it. If you'll give me just a little bit. But I can share the system. And there is a Xeno research system inside of the Witch Head Nebula. Oh, nothing. Alright. Let's go ahead and point ourselves in the right direction. Look at that starscape. Look at that. That's just insane. Look how concentrated all of that is. That's just wild. Let's go ahead. Alright. Here we go. Let's see here. I've got a bunch of bookmarks, so this might take a second. No. That's not Colonia. Oh, it'll be in the Witch Head. Oh, are you serious? Hold on. I know I saved that. Alright, let's see. Let's see where we're at. Now, how about we do this? Search. Witch Head. Might help if I spell it correctly. Witchhead. Okay. Alright. What the hell am I doing? What's wrong here? It's not that low. Elephant's trunk. Soul Nebula. There's the Heart Nebula. What the F? Why did I delete that? Or did I delete it? Damn it. There's North America. Pelican. Satyr. Cave Nebula. All right. WITCH. Nebula. Oh my god, are you serious? Yeah, found it the last 5 million times I looked for it. Zeta. Bernard's Loop. Seagull. Alright. Alright. There it is. That's the spot I was looking for. That one right there. So there's a Xeno research station down here in the middle of fucking nowhere. And the Witch Head Nebula is the only fucking populated system I could find down here. Well below the galactic plane. Took forever to get down here. There we go. HIP 23,759. This one right here. This one right here. It's Blue White Star, Class A, Blue White Star. 2,500 population, corporate government, in a state of boom, service economy. Can't buy shit in here. You can sell a boatload of nav data here for a boatload of money, though. Boatload of money. It's a really pretty place too. When you show up, oh, it's a really pretty place. I wish I had taken some screenshots and, you know, short video segments when I was down here. You know, wish I had thought about actually doing some actual live footy, but, you know, I'm apparently super modest and don't like put myself out there like that. But you know what, I guess since my fiance and I are about to be starting some YouTube channels, I should probably get over that. So I'm going to take a very short break, take another restroom break, and I'll be right back. All right. Quick pee break. Yeah. There is oops. I'll show you guys. You know, there is a Xeno research station here. When I first showed up, there was a megaship here for a little while. And I docked at it. They were in between these two planets right here. Where is it? There it is. No, I'm sorry. The Xeno research station was between these two gas giants. There's the Witchhead Science Center. Xeno research group out in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere. So, if you guys are interested, really want to do some research, they are an asteroid base out in the absolute goddamn bumfuck nowhere. Big system. Big giant system. Big giant system. Boatload to look at here. Boatload to discover an absolute amount of high value planets. But the reason I came here was because of this. And because of the megaship that was here. And so, yeah. And then there's this guy. But everything's been discovered here. So, yeah. That's That's way out in the hell of middle of nowhere. And I am currently on my way towards the center. And I'm making my way towards all these protostars and do my best not to get myself blown up in the process. You know, hit all these neutron stars and these protostars, and then eventually I'll probably, I don't know if I might change my mind and decide to head back to the bubble, or just make my way on to Sagittarius A, and then after I hit Sagittarius, just turn back around and just head back to the bubble. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. But we'll see. We will see. Because as it stands right now, I probably have... I don't know, I'm probably pushing about 30,000 light years of nav data. Because last time I left a station, I left a station from the tail edge of the bubble. And then I went down to the Witch Head, came back up, and then decided that I wanted to head out towards Colonia. And I got about halfway there. And then I was like, got bored one day and started looking for non-sequence stars. And then I realized, I was like, oh, there's this wonderful thing called protostars. So I started looking for those as well. So I found a good few black holes over here. But I found a lot of black holes over here, just as many, if not more, and a massive amount of protostars. I mean, a god-awful amount of protostars. I've just got the ones that I mapped in a line. But they go up and down and left and right, you know, full, you know, three-dimensional cluster. And I don't know if I'll scan as many as I can on my way to the center, or if I'll just fucking map this whole cluster and then head back. But I'm gunning for an anaconda. You know, I'm gonna do my best to recreate my own star chaser. I'd like to push 70 light year jump range. You know, I'm not looking for combat, which is part of the reason why I only have like a 25 light year jump range on my current ship. On my what the hell is this thing called? Diamondback Explorer. I would like a much better jump range. I could probably be pushing 35, 40. If I was rocking all lightweight components, you know, maxed out optimal optimal mass for my jump range instead of the shit that I did, because I was initially gonna do fair jump range and bounty hunting, and I am not good at bounty hunting. I am not cut out for that. Every now and then I get lucky and I'll claim a few bounties here and there. But I've tried CQC. I suck. Absolutely an entire fucking bag of dicks suck at CQC. So it's not my game. It's not my game if that's what I'm after. I'm after this. I'm after the exploration aspect of this game. I want to sightsee. I want to see all the cool shit. I want to find the valuable stuff. And I want to return after weeks, months in the void and just drop off millions upon millions upon millions of fucking nav data. I know for a fact I will probably get first to discover, get my name on a massive amount of systems. The largest system that I've come across so far has had 85 bodies in it. 85. I have yet to come across anything similar to that. And I've come across a bunch, a bunch of 60, 50, 60, 70, some odd, but I haven't come across anything closer to that 85 body system that I've come across. And I wish I'd had that. I wish I'd been streaming at the time so that you guys could see it. See the 85 body system that I came across. There wasn't a goddamn thing in it worth a scan. It was nothing but gas giants and icy bodies. It wasn't worth my fucking time to go through it and scan the whole thing. Oh, let's see, what time is it? Local time, 16:16. Getting close to time for me to go pick up my child. I am damn near an hour worth of stream time. I think I'll push it. I think I'll push it to an hour. I think I'll quit after that. I notice I've had a couple of people watch my stream here and there, maybe 3 or 4 people. Maybe I can get it to where I get a maybe I can get it to a consistent amount of people watching. But I'm new. I'm new to this. I'm still fairly new to this game. I am streaming from PlayStation. I'm not streaming from, PC Master Race. Maybe I'll stream from there at some point. But yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Frameshift drive charging.
We will see. God, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably cut it in an hour. Or around an hour. Sorry, I keep fucking with my mic. Rocking a throat mic. It's way better than the fucking shit that they give you with PlayStation. Come in hot. Hit the scanner immediately. Avoid the star. Get around it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let my heat management drop some. Line up for the next one. And give her the beans. Give that thing the fucking loud pedal. Let's see. I bet it's 2 stellar, yeah, no. A high metal content planet. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Let's go ahead and select our destination. Go ahead and lock it. Alright. Line up with the fucking elliptical plane. Throttle her down. Alright. 30 kilometers a second. That's as slow as I can go in Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive
Oh
charging.
goodness, no.
Frameshift drive charging.
Go ahead and drop out. As Pull her to a halt. Yeah. There we go. All right. We're going to leave her right here in deep space. Leave her right on here for now. Oh, I may or may not be back on later. We will see. But right now, I need to go pick up my child and be a responsible adult. So I will... Oh, let's see. What time is it? 16:20. All right. Oh, my goodness. Guess what? It's 4:20. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. All right. I'm going to go pick up my kid. And I'll be back. All right. Till next time.